another edition of Caribbean Brilliance, where we highlight and recognize Caribbean American individuals in hopes that when they share their story, it will inspire and empower the future and present generation. Today, we have a guest, someone from Haiti. So many of you will say Haiti. And my guest today name is Amelle. She wants me to pronounce it right. So Jean Louis. Okay, for us Americans and other Caribbean, it's Amelle Jean Louis. Hi, Amelle.
Hi, how are you?
I want you to say your name how it's properly supposed to be pronounced for our viewers.
Sure. Hi, everybody. I am Amelle Jean Louis.
Okay, I don't know what she had to butt up her eyes for, but okay.
You have to put a little something in there.
So, Miss Amelle is a registered nurse, an event planner, and chef. And she have nurse to be married. I don't know what time she have to spend with this man. So we'll find out all those things because we're going to dive all into her business.
Ooh.
Okay, so now that we know that throughout the show I might butcher a few more words, but you all understand I'm Trini, you know, we say however we say, but she will correct me, right?
No problem.
So you're from Haiti. That's
Yes.
where you were born. That's where you grew up initially.
Yes.
Tell me something that you remember growing up in your homeland.
Oh, definitely the food, the culture, the people. Like I said, I was born there. I did my schooling there. So I actually went to school with, the nuns. So
Really?
I remember one thing that I missed the most, I used to speak French all the time. So, because, when we were in school, we were only allowed to speak French. And I'm kind of sad that I'm kind of losing my French a little bit because I have nobody to speak with sometimes. But then, like I said, the food, everything is just so fresh. Everything's so organic. And, we have the best food. Okay. And I just feel like we miss just the culture, the prideful of my people. I just miss that.
So explain to people, because people, when they hear people from Haiti speak, so what are they speaking? Is more than one languages? Because people be like, so you speak French, or what is it that you speak in?
So in Haiti, we speak Creole. Okay. We also speak French. So we have two official languages.
So is it similar?
So if you look at the history of Haiti, Creole is actually a broken language that the slaves used to use, when we're enslaved and we wanted to have our own little communication, so we created it. So it entails of French, Spanish, Latin. It's almost like, some people who speak patois.
Yeah.
It's like it's English, but it's not, so it's not French. It's our own culture, our own thing that we have. And French is just derives from the French people that enslaved us, that we still, till now, we still have it as the official language of Haiti. But we have two official languages, French and Creole.
Oh, okay.
Not Haitian Creole. Creole.
Okay, okay. So you all got a little history lesson.
Yes.
So growing up, you like the culture, you love the food. So coming from there, you say you spoke French, you spoke Creole. Then you come. Where did you first come? You came to New York when you migrated?
No, actually first came to Orlando. So my mom was in Orlando, Florida, and then my dad was living in New York. So I would go, back and forth between Florida and New York. And I actually still do now. I have a lot of family in South Florida, in Boca Raton, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and I have my family here in New York. So I still go back and forth between the two states.
And with coming to America, right? A lot of times I like to ask a question like, what were the challenges? Or tell me a story that you remember, because certain things always stand out when you come new and it's like a culture shock compared to where you grew up.
I wouldn't say that specifically in my case, only because I actually started traveling since I was 7 years old. My dad at the time was, I want to say what he used to do, but we used to travel. So I would have my, my visitor's visa. When I have like a summer vacation, I would come to New York or come to Florida and see my mom, and I'll go back to Haiti and go back to school. And then for Christmas breaks, we will always travel.
Okay.
And at 11, we, permanently, we just left Haiti because, of course, the politics and everything that was going on. Of course, we have some challenges when you have to learn a whole language.
Right.
When I was in school at 11, I still had to go to school with everybody else, so I had to translate everything in my head.
Right.
It was so
How
challenging.
long did it take you to? Because did you know English at all, or just pieces? Or?
So I did know some English only because, we traveled. I was in school. but I still had to take English as a second language. That was a requirement. So
Right.
we call that ESL class. So you
Right.
learn. I had to do it after school.
Okay.
So not only do I have to do school, do my homework, learn whatever else we're learning in class, then I have to go to ESL school to learn English. And by the time I was in high school, like 14, 15 years old, then I feel like my English got really well. And I was fine.
Okay, English major.
I was fine.
Like some of the things that you do now, I would call you like an entrepreneur because you're doing so much of everything.
Thank you.
Like I want to get into the idea of how did you decide you wanted to be a registered nurse and what was like behind, what pushed you towards that direction?
So why I wanted to be a nurse? Well, I'm Haitian. No, I'm just kidding. That's why.
Right. Most immigrants is nurse, doctor, engineer,
a lawyer. That's it. You know, I just felt like doctor school was just going to be way too hard. Medical school was just going to be way too hard, so I settled for RN. No, I mean, I think it's just something in me. I just genuinely like helping people. I like to see people happy. I like to see people healthy. It is a true story. At the time, I worked with kids a lot when I was in high school, and I wanted to be a teacher. This is a conversation I had with my dad. So when it was time to apply to colleges, what colleges you're going to go to, and what you want to do with your life, I told him I wanted to be a teacher. And I swear, he said, absolutely not.
Offer.
Teachers do not get paid, and they're the first budget cuts that the government does. And so he did say, so you need to find something medical. I swear, he did say it. And, you know, I don't regret it. You know, I still like teaching because now, even as a nurse, I get to be a nurse educator. I get to teach my nurses and do certain things, so I still get to do that. But I think what really pushed me into continuing my nursing career is actually my mom. My mom, you know, unfortunately passed away from breast cancer. And at the time, you know, she was my first patient. When I was in nursing school, she was going through chemo, radiation, she was sick, and I would be taking care of my mom and learning certain things. And I was like, you know, I like when she did feel good or felt better, I like that feeling of being proud that I was able to help somebody. So that just, the love of nursing just continued. My mom was my first patient. I always say that.
Wow. And I know you had mentioned something about your sister. So,
yes.
Yeah.
So I also have an older sister. Well, she was older at the time that died away from cancer. It's one of those rare cancer of the head. She was only 31 years old when I lost her. And even though after my mom got through chemo, radiation, she was in remission for like 5 years. She was doing really well. Then my sister got sick, and I think my mom became, you know, depressed. She stopped taking care of herself. And when my sister passed away, that was it. She lost it. She became really depressed, stopped taking her meds. And within a year and a half, she passed away also. So in less than 2 years, I buried two people. My sister, I was 26 years old at the time. My sister was 31 and my mom was 62. And pushes me even further into nursing. It's like, you know, you don't know how long you have on this earth. I try my best to help everybody and push through and educate people about health. I've recently made some health changes myself where it's like, you know, we don't do preventive health, especially in the United States. We don't try to cure anything, we just try to maintain. But I feel like a lot of other countries, if we follow what they do and do preventive health and do some exercising, you know, watch our portion control and, you know, put down some of the rice, my Haitian people.
This is what I was going to say to you. Because so far I got that you took care of mom, you take care of your sister, you were there for them. So my next question was like, who was taking care of you? Because a lot of times that's what happened to you, a strong woman.
So I learned to take care of myself, and you know, I give that credit to my dad and my aunt that raised me. I had a strong aunt that she was a very strong lady, and she, you know, they just push education, they just push independence, being self-sufficient. I think sometimes you need that. You need tough love in your life. You know, at the time I probably was annoyed that, you know, they required straight A's. They wanted me to, like, my uniform had to be all nice and clean when I came back from school. You know, I had to make sure my homework was done, my room was clean. I'm like, they're just nagging me.
Yeah, because when you come from especially, we speaking from our experience, Caribbean household, it's just a straight line. This is how it is. This is what you're going to do. This is how it's going to look like. Shut up and do it.
That's it.
And I would say because of that, yes, when we're younger, like, oh my God, I can't stand it. But at the end, when you look back, back and you connect the dots and you're like, I am so grateful for them
Correct.
pushing, you know?
Yes.
And one thing I remember my dad saying when it comes to healthcare, he says a lot of times people, the doctors, they practice as practitioners. No one said they're healers.
Yes.
So that's something to definitely think about, right? But that's good. So you mentioned how you started taking better care of yourself.
Yes.
Okay, and what exactly that looked like? You said like portioning or?
Oh, of course. So I made a decision. So actually about a year ago, I was about 130 pounds heavier. So I was about 320 pounds.
320 pounds.
God.
You heard it here in Caribbean Brilliance. So, I mean, and she looks hot to death. How tall are you, by the way?
I'm 5'10".
Okay, this is like supermodel status to me. She look taller, right? But that's amazing, and you should talk about that because that could inspire someone else going through what you go through. So you're weighing 300 and what?
I was about 320 pounds.
And what made the shift mentally? What did it for you that you said it's time I gotta do something?
I just felt like with everything going on with COVID, with everything going on with health insurance, like my premiums, and not only that, outside of nursing, my business, what I'm passionate about and what I wanted to do, I just feel like I needed to be more healthy and have more energy so I could do the things that I love. And if I'm being honest, I think one thing that killed it, I love to travel. And for one of my birthdays, I actually went in 2022 to El Salvador for my birthday. And I wanted to do, they have this like adventure park where they have all these ropes and bicycles and ropes and all that. So I went there.
And there's a weight requirement, right?
Yes. And that's what happened. I went there with my girls. It was fun. It was my actual birthday. We were going to do it. And the birthday girl couldn't do it.
Wow.
And I was like, yeah, when I get back to the States, that was it. I got to make a decision. I got to figure out something. And we got to make a lifestyle change.
Right.
You know?
And it's always amazing to me how sometimes you continue with life and you're just going through life and it's one little sentence, one little comment that could make that turn off that light and switch. So I commend you. You did an amazing job. You look amazing. Okay? So you all got to make that switch and do something for yourself. Okay? Take better care of yourself. So I want to get more into you being a chef. So first, how much years you have to go to school to be a nurse?
Well, it depends. There's different types of nursing. So I started out as a home health aide while I was in nursing school to become an LPN, which is like 2 years. So I was an LPN for about 7.5 years, and then I became a registered nurse. So that's like 2 years with your AS, 4 years with your BSN. And if you want to do your master's, I see. So I might as well have been a doctor, don't you think?
But my thing is, you're doing all of that, right? Because at the end of the day, you're here, right? It doesn't matter how long it took. You're here.
Yeah.
How does chef get into, like, where you find time with all that studying?
So I was about to say, self is a fancy word, because when people think chef, you have to go to culinary school to actually become a culinary chef. I would say I'm a cook. I'm a home cook. I'll say that. I'll clarify. Ever since I was young, like I said, my aunt that raised me in Haiti, that's why I say I miss the food. She was a chef. She went to culinary school. She would do all the pastries, all the cakes, and all the big parties. And I was always there. I was always around food, partying, beautiful things. And I just fell in love with cooking. Even like when I grew up, also when I came here and I was with my mom, she was very strong in the church. And we would do food all the time. You know, those after church on Sundays, we'll have all this food.
Christian, our church and food. Church equal food.
Exactly. Christmas, Easter Sundays, Mother's Day. So I was always in the kitchen with my mom. I was always in the kitchen with my family. And I just fell in love and I just learned. I just became like a home trained cook, I would say. And I just fell in love with cooking. I just love to cook and I love to feed people. I feel like food does bring joy. It releases endorphins that makes you happy.
Look, Amelle.
Yes.
Let me tell you something about this girl. I have tasted some of her dishes and her food, okay? Sometimes I go to the event and I bring people, I'm like, wait till you taste the food. I'm not even lying, right?
Oh, thank you.
The event was good too, but the food was good. So you're telling me you did not go to school for the stuff you be making?
I never went to school.
That is crazy.
Yes.
That's even better than a chef, okay? Because they gotta learn and figure it out. And your stuff, I mean, one of the best things, I guess, is because of your culture, the seasoning, the aroma.
So are you admitting that we have the best food?
Your food is acceptable.
All right, fine,
label some dishes.
What that I like, or just in general?
There's some dishes you love making.
Dishes that I love making, of course, the Haitian black rice. We have to have diri jonjon. These are like our main dishes. Diri jonjon, the griot, which is our fried pork. We have our fish. We love our snapper, our red snapper. You could do it however way you want. You could steam it, you could fry it, you stew it. We love our provisions. We like our plantains, our sweet potatoes.
But how do you find time to do this? And still, like I always say, for women like you, I mean, this is a season where woman is being amazing. I don't like the word strong, but powerful. We stand in our own right. We could get things done, right? And how if women are looking at you right now and they're like, okay, I want to be a nurse. Because again, you didn't say teacher. Nothing wrong with teachers.
Yes, we need
but
our
all
teachers.
those years of schooling and then all these dishes and events. So you have your own event planning business,
yes,
right?
I do.
So mention the name of it.
It's Sarriette.
Oh Lord, Sarriette. Oh Lord.
So it's,
we don't worry, people. We're gonna put these names at the bottom.
Yes, yes,
because it's a lot.
So Sarriette is Sarriette. It's a French word and it means savory. And it's also a plant. It's like an herb. Because I'm the type of person, I don't like sweets, too much sweets, and I don't like too much salty. I like savory food. I'm like an in-between type of person.
Okay.
I feel like it matches my personality. But so Sarriette was founded in 2021 in the middle of COVID. Like I said, I've been cooking and doing this forever. But when you live in the United States, if you don't pay taxes, you don't have a business.
But even before deciding, so how did you decided one day is like, maybe I'll make this into a business? Because this is something you say you've been doing.
So what I figured out is that I've never met a nurse that's a millionaire off of nursing from clocking in and clocking out for someone else. Every nurse that I've met and I will be a millionaire.
Yes.
Okay. So
I am your friend. So
yes,
I'm a friend of a millionaire.
I won't forget the little people. So what I do see, when I say that, is that if you just stay and you clock in and you clock out and you do a 9 to 5, a lot of time you're never going to become a millionaire. You can't because you live in paycheck to paycheck. So what I do see is that my fellow nurses are doing is that we're working as nurses. I'm working, 2 jobs or whatever. And then we're taking our money and we're opening businesses. We're buying homes. We're investing in the stock market. That's how you make you have to make your money work for you and make it multiply. So my plan was, I saw that, like I said, I love being a nurse, but I felt like I'm not living the life that I really want or dreamed of. That if I stay just nursing and clocking in and clocking out for somebody else, I'll never really be happy, or I have to work doubles to pay my mortgage and stay home and not really live and enjoy my life with my family. So I said the best way to do it is to start a business. And a lot of people say that. They said, Mel, you do the baby showers, you do the weddings, you do the church stuff. You need to get paid for it. Don't stop doing people favors, because I don't mind. I'll just go and be like, oh, you're having a baby shower? Let me do something for you. Oh, I'll make the dish. I always volunteer my services to people. And, you'll have that family member or you're just a close friend who cares about you. And you need those people in your life. It's like, listen, don't let people take advantage of you. It takes time. It takes money. You need to be paid for your labor.
You should be paid. I mean, it's also a good thing you're sowing your seeds also.
Correct.
Because these people could talk about it and then, give you clients. So I think it's both ways.
Correct.
I think in the beginning, you're sowing your seeds, you're doing all these things, helping others, service to others. If you help enough people get what they want, you get what you want. Zig Ziglar, yes, I read. Right? So with all of that, I think your blessings come. It might not show up how you want it to show up, but you could have done 1 or 2 little baby showers. You end up with a big wedding. You end up with a concert.
That is very true.
But at the same time, don't let nobody abuse you, girl.
There you go. I need to hear that part too. I do.
There's a balance. But I think you start to figure that out as time passes. You feel it. I always say, like, in your stomach and your chest, your hair is fine, but your stomach and your chest, you feel that, and okay, I need to, part ways or separate from this person. Because at the end of the day, you should be first. Like, you're the most person that your health matter, you matter. Because if you're not right mentally and in every aspect, emotionally, physically, you can't help no one else. So you need to help yourself, right? Yes. So now we have the nurse. Now we have the cook.
Yes.
I think you're a chef because you deserve the right.
Thank you.
Okay. So and even with that, do you find like the stuff that you do with the business, is it competitive? Like, how do you find that?
So I would say it is very competitive, especially in New York, because we have a crowded market, especially, we're in New York City. There's how many Haitians do you know? How many Caribbean people do you know? How many event halls? You go down Flatbush, there's like 10 event halls within 3 blocks of each other. It is competitive, but I see what makes Sarriette stands out from everybody else is the services and the brand that I have. So my brand is that with whatever budget that you have, I can give you something that represents luxury. So that's what makes me stand out. I'm an event planner. I've been to certain event halls where, I go there and the bathroom has like a nice ring into it. Like they don't clean their bathroom or something, but you're renting out the place, $2,000 for 4 hours. That is, you're a fraud, things like that. So I feel like with anything that Sarriette touches, I want it to feel like luxury. I want my setups to be a certain way. I want you to feel if you spend money that I don't have to worry about anything. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna feel expensive. So that's the look and the brand that I want for my business, and that's what makes me stand out. That when I have certain clients, I do a setup for my client. You would think they spend like $10,000 on this setup, and when they probably paid half the price because I treat all my clients fairly and I try to make your event unforgettable. And without breaking the bank, because look at the economy right now. Not everybody can afford to do such beautiful things, because beautiful things cost money.
Yes, of course.
But with Sarriette, we will work with you. We work with your budget and make something happen. And I think that's what makes me stand out from everybody else.
And as of today, like, what is the largest event you ever took
The
in?
largest event, so that's the thing. The largest events that I do is probably when I do my concert. So we have these things called bal. So it's basically like a concert, a Haitian concert, and you have an artist that come and performs live, and we're dancing and whatnot. And we just do we do our food there. Like we'll sell our food, and we'll probably have an event where that had like 1,000 people that we have to feed about 300 or 500 people. The food is done. Like I can't do so much. There's only so much I could do. So that's why the goal is for me to have my event hall. So hopefully I could have bigger and bigger and bigger events.
So, like, since I like your attitude of dreaming and thinking, like visioning certain things, when do you anticipate like doing this event hall?
So, fingers crossed, I'm hoping to open Sarriette Event Hall or Event Space, but we don't know yet, by the end of next year.
Wow.
So I'm
huge.
aiming for my birthday, October 2025. That is the vision, that is the goal. And everything goes well, and fingers crossed, hard work, and let's see how the economy looks. Because sometimes it's not up to me, it's up to the economy.
And I wanted to just mention, like, when you're prepping, say you have an event and you have to make food, so you do the decorations, you said, also as well as the food.
So Sarriette is a one-stop shop. So that's why I call it Sarriette Event Planning. So what I do is I do have a staff members, I do have team members that work with me with Sarriette. So you need a photographer. I have photographers on speed dial. I have servers. I have bartenders. I have the cake lady. I have the bakers. I have myself as the event planner. I could give you a florist. I could give you a videographer. I could give you a host and MC, Miss Francois. So the Sarriette is an event planning company.
Okay.
So, and then you'll say, well, you're Haitian, so that means you could only do Haitian food. What if I need some roti? What if I need some fish cake? Can you do that? Okay, the answer is maybe not. As well as Tati,
Trini.
Exactly. But I can find you, as your event planner, I can find you the best roti in town.
Awesome.
Okay, I could find you the best fufu in town and bring it to you as you want it.
But I like that, the one-stop shop.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, all you have to do.
So anything you want, it's her, okay?
That's
She'll give it to you. But with that said, right, there's something special I wanted to make sure that I present her with. So I just wanted to let you know that we see you and you matter. So I wanted to present you with this amazing cup, right? And I'm going to read off what it says. It says, in recognition of amplifying Caribbean brilliance, we thank you for your contribution.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
I know.
Oh, it's so cute. Oh. Thank you. Oh, I love it.
You're
and I love
welcome.
gold. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I am glad you like it. So I just wanted to just talk about one thing before, because we have something called Haitian Rapid Questions, right?
Ooh.
So I know you're doing like hosting events. You have something called Ladies Night at Lago Cache. I just wanted you to spend like 30 seconds, just tell us about it. Lady Night on Thursday nights, I believe.
Yes, so there's a restaurant called Lago Cache. It's on Flatbush Avenue, and I do a ladies' night every Thursday. Every Thursday. So what I try to do is bring in my ladies, the after work crowd. You know, sometimes we have a rough day on a Thursday, and we just need some great food, some great drinks, and conversations with our friends. So what I try to do to make it interesting and have an event there, so we can have entertainers come in, we can have game night, we can have because like we're gonna have like ugly sweater night for like Christmas time, so we always bring it every Thursday. Good music, good food, appetizers, specials. It's a good vibe, and your girl likes to party. I'm a good vibe. Come party with me at Lago Cache on Thursdays.
So I just wanted to take this moment. We call it Haitian Fire Questions. Two of these questions, girl, I don't think I could ask you, but I'll try.
No problem.
But it's in your, the Creole, the Haitian Creole, or whatever this might be. But the first thing I'm going to mention, what would you choose? Pickles or diri or dire? They say
Diri.
Diri? Okay, so what would you choose? Pickles or diri? What is diri anyway?
Is it DIRI?
Yes.
It's rice.
Okay, so what would you choose?
Well, right now I'll choose pickles because pickles goes on everything.
Right.
It's
Girl,
amazing.
That's one thing I know.
Yes.
I love. Oh my God.
Pickles goes on everything, so I'll take pickles over the starch right now.
Okay, so griot. Okay, somebody trying to make sure she look good, so she like no rice for me. Is griot? I'm pronouncing
Yes,
right.
yes, good
And
job.
the other one is poulet.
Poulet,
Poulet.
that's chicken. So the griot will be the pork, and poulet would be the chicken.
So pork or chicken?
Definitely the pork. You can't go wrong with griot. You have it's just something about griot. I don't know what it is. The chicken is good too. We make really good fried chicken, but it's just something about griot. It's like the forbidden fruit that is just so good.
And last question, labadi. Will you go to labati or jacmel?
Ooh, Jacmel. You said it right. Labadi. The thing is, I was just in Labadi literally like 2 weeks ago.
So what is that? A beach?
So
or
it's a beach right now on the beachfront that only Royal Caribbean Cruise goes there because they own it now. They own it
okay.
for the next 150 years. So it's like their
Wow.
little private island. That's the only cruise that goes there. I was just there. It's beautiful. They have one of the longest zip lines that go over water in the world. Because people don't zip line over like the actual beach and water. So that's pretty cool. We have that. And of course the island. The mountains and
So
stuff.
you're choosing Jacmel.
But I'm choosing Jacmel only because Jacmel has the true Haiti. It's not a resort and private island.
So the other one is more a resort.
It's more like,
I
because
got you.
they own it.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm going to choose Jacmel, which is where my people are, the locals are, the real food, the real Haitians are. So I'm going to choose Jacmel.
Well, thank you so much for playing. Oh, see, I didn't do so bad.
No, you did good. You didn't kill me today.
Honorary Haitian.
Yes.
So with that, I just want to say thank you so much. So just tell the people where they can definitely link up with you or find you if they want to reach out.
Okay, so you can follow me at Sarriette Events. I'm going to spell it. It's SARRIETTE_events for all your event planning needs. One-stop shop, anything that you want, MC, host, decoration, food. I'm your girl. And I also do want to say that I do work with some charities that I do give back to the community. For Thanksgiving, Sarriette actually helped cook about 20 turkeys.
Wow.
And we help IROC Charities, which is one of my friends. He's pretty good, Daryl. He donates food to about like 20,000 people all over New York City every Thanksgiving. So we helped out with that over Thanksgiving. I thought that's something I should mention, that we don't just, we also help out and do stuff.
So we just don't take, we give.
We also have to give, okay? It is the season of giving, so try to do something nice for somebody, and and don't expect something back in return.
Yes.
Just do it out of the kindness of your heart.
Yes. Awesome. With that, make sure you check out Miss Francois on all social media, and remember, come back until we lime again.